Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Sirianatarot. This is going to be a you versus them love reading for my dearest Leos. Leo, I'm going to take a look at your energy on the right, your person's energy on the left, and then we're going to see what's happening between you right down the middle. At any point in time, feel free to swap the energies that I may be picking up on. And just a quick note before we get started, if you're currently in no communication or processing silence in a connection, I did recently publish a no communication journal that some of you may find supportive. The link is down below if you'd like to explore it. If these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for those of you interested in a private reading, those links are also down below. All right, my lovely Leos, let's get started. We're going to check in first on your person's energy and see what's up with them. All right, and we have the Emperor in reverse, Aries energy. Okay, wow, your energy is showing up as the Justice, Libran energy. And we've got the Five of Swords. Okay, I can definitely see that there's some conflict here going on between the two of you. Because you're showing up as different ends of the same axis, Aries and Libra, but your person is showing up as Emperor in reverse. Now, this can be somebody who struggles with, a hot temper, a quick temper. This can be somebody who has a tendency to be my way or the highway. It could just indicate somebody here who's a little bit angry and triggered at this time because of this conflict. But we see Temperance energy, Sagittarius, so it does feel like your person is fiery here, Leo. Again, you being a Leo sign or having this strong Leo energy in your chart, can lead to some personality clashes, especially between two fire signs. But I do think this is somebody here that is holding back, looking at the big picture, wants to heal this or wants to make it up to you. All right, with the Emperor in reverse, Leo, let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. This person misses you. They want to come back around to you. They spend a lot of time wondering about you, and I feel like also fantasizing about how to make this right or coming back together. And they're viewing you as the Five of Swords in reverse. They absolutely want to heal things with you. Now, some of you, Leos, you're not in separation from this person. It's just been a fight or an argument. But for others of you, this certainly could be an ex. All right. With the Justice card, I feel like, this is coming out in the upright. So it tells me that my Leos, you're actually pretty calm. You're pretty balanced here. But I do get a little energy of indifference. I think you're probably focusing on work and spending time with friends and family during the holiday season. She's, kicking off those heels and rubbing her feet. But she is kind of waiting to see, what is this person going to say? So I can see that you haven't totally written this off. All right, and yep, Queen of Wands, but you're also in your power, Leo. You know that you're sexy, you're successful, you're attractive. I get a little bit of an energy of waiting, like that you're manifesting what you want here, Leo. All right, let's see how you're viewing this person, the Two of Swords, but you're seeing them as holding back. They're holding back on you, but I also think that you're not going to give in here. Like you want them to come towards you is kind of the energy I get. And maybe it's their turn. I mean, maybe they do owe you an apology, or maybe, you're waiting for a response to a message or something. But with the Five of Swords here, there's definitely been some conflict, but this particular Five of Swords is also, there's a victory. So I do see that there's potential for victory after a period of conflict with this person. Yeah, this person is seeing the relationship as one. They definitely want to open up to you emotionally. They want reunion, okay? And you're seeing the relationship as the Justice card in reverse. It may be one that sometimes turns you upside down, Leo. You may feel like it's currently imbalanced. This is you seeing the connection in separation. I feel like some of you are trying to be indifferent to what's going on here. I mean, again, maybe you know this person very well, or maybe you're sick of this if it's a pattern. But we see the Eight of Swords. But you are really still kind of trapped here, Leo, is what I mean. Is like, as much as I feel like you're trying to not think about this, I think that the more you kind of push it away, the more it tends to come up for you. So like burying yourself in work or going out. But I feel like there are those moments of silence or when you're on your own where damn, it just keeps, you come back to this person or what's going on here. All right. So just be careful with suppressing emotions, but at the same time, I mean, I think you also need to live your life, right? So Let's see what's going on here with this person. What do we need to know about this person? All right, destroyer. So releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. So this person is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and I can see that with the temperance energy. Some of you, this person has done or is doing something major, like quitting drinking or smoking, changing up their habits. This person does want a new life, and they want that to be with you, Leo. All right, and we see vampire energy, depleting others for psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. But this might be what has been bothering you, and that certainly could be the Emperor energy. You might be feeling depleted by this person because they may have a tendency to show up and be codependent. For others of you, they've been dealing with codependent behaviors or unhealthy coping mechanisms that have been frustrating for you, right? Like this person might be a heavy drinker or something like that. Or maybe they've just been chronic complaining, or you feel like they've been a bit codependent, and that's where there's this lack of balance. Okay. But they're recognizing that with the destroyer energy. They're also realizing like they know there's something here that has to change behavior wise. Like they know it. They're fully aware, and I do think that they're willing to do that in order to save this connection, Leo. All right, so we see mixed signals. You don't let others know you're interested, flirt, and be approachable. So again, this person might run hot and cold. They might give you mixed signals. They might say one thing and do another. Again, especially if it comes to their codependent behavior. You know, you could be sick of hearing this person say every morning they wake up with a hangover that I'm going to quit drinking, like that type of energy. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be that exactly, right? That's just the metaphor that I'm being given. But, you know, it could be after every argument, this person says, okay, I'm going to try to contain, you know, my anger, my frustration, or I'm going to try to, you know, I'm going to listen to you more. So I do feel like there's, you know, they do kind of send off mixed signals. I do think some of my Leos, you're getting frustrated with that, as you should, and feel unloved. But deep down, Leo, this person may feel unlovable. You deserve someone who can support you emotionally and love you fully. So this person may feel like they may give mixed signals because they don't feel fully seen and heard. Again, that might come as a shock and surprise for you. It doesn't mean that that's necessarily true, but this is what's going on with them. Okay, so just bear that in mind. All right, what do they want to say to you, Leo? What does this person want to say to my Leos? Absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you, okay? And we have too many differences, so they may feel like you two are very different, but I don't think they think that's the be-all, end-all here, all right? I really don't. I think they're recognizing that you two have differences, that you might show up differently, or you come from different backgrounds, okay? But at the same time, I don't think they think that's a deal breaker just yet. You might, I don't know. But let's see. What's hidden? What do we need to know here? Imbalance. So I think that it's not hidden. I think we do know that there's imbalance here and someone new coming into your life. Now this could be, all right, so this could mean one of two things here, Leo. For some of you, this someone new coming into your life is this person going through this destroyer archetype energy, releasing what's destructive, preparing for a new life, coming in a new energy. But you're going to have to be really discerning and really aware if that's what's truly happening, or are they giving you lip service. For others of my Leos, for those of you where you're like, you know what, I'm done here. This has been, you know, time and time again. I already know everything I need to know. This is an indication that if you're ready to move on, there will be somebody coming to you after this imbalanced connection. All right, Leos, let's go ahead and see what this person's very next actions are towards you. Emperor energy in reverse, and we see the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this person is not quite ready to fully commit. Their ego is still running the show. They could still be kind of hot-tempered, but it's like they're not fully ready to commit. They might say they are, but they're not. Okay, so you're gonna have to really weigh up what you're gonna do here, Leo. Okay, so let's see what your advice is. Advice and guidance for my Leos. Fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Leo, this energy, it's going to depend on how you feel about this person. And I feel like it's split 50-50. Like some of you, this fresh start is, you know, even though they're not quite ready yet, Okay, this fresh start is with this person because you're holding space for them to make certain changes because they're worth it. The connection is worth it. I don't know, you have kids together. You're not ready to give up on this connection. But for others of my Leos, this fresh start is in an absolutely new direction. And Spirit's saying to consider the options. You've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. I do feel like those messages are quite self-explanatory here, Leo. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Take care.